Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Mopar Garage. This is the rear suspension I took out of that B5 blue car we're working on. Sandblasted everything. Got it as clean as it needs to be. That pumpkin that's in the rear end, I'm going to replace that so it's not as ran out of sand. Is what happened. I'm never going to use that again. So it's an old. It's probably from the early 60s. No, well, not early 60s, probably middle 60s. It's a 741 case. So it's probably out of a 68 or 9 car. Not very desirable. It's a one-legger. So let's get to it. All right, that's one coat. I'll go around and put another second coat on it in about half hour, I guess. And we'll flip the springs over to the top, to the bottoms of those. And that's all there is to it. Gotta make sure I get these backing plates covered. The 2 light spots in there. We can always touch them up when I take this rear end apart, though. So, but all in all, they look pretty good. Today, I'm gonna take this rear out. Well, the rear is out. I'm gonna take this rear apart. We're gonna change the pumpkin. This is a one-legger here, so I'm gonna put a short grip in it, and we're gonna take the axles out because you got to do that to get the pumpkin out. There's bearings on either end. I'm gonna clean those up, re-grease them, replace the seals in there. This keeps the gear lube off of your brakes. So, you guys have never done this before. It's pretty interesting. So, hope you enjoy it. And don't forget to subscribe. So, we're going to start on the axles here first. There's some holes in the axles here, as you can see. This is your access hole to get these nuts off here. There's five nuts per side. Just spin the axle around. I don't know who's been in here before, but there's definitely somebody been in here. This side here is your end plate adjustment side. There's also a lock in here. Let me get that out of there. It's going to come out anyway. Might as well see what it looks like. That's what it looks like. That keeps the adjusting nut from spinning. And this one takes this little nut on it with a flange, just so you know when you're putting it back together. So I sandblasted this yesterday and put some epoxy primer on it. reason being, I left it together so we don't fill the housing up with a bunch of sand. It's hard to keep it out. Sometimes these just pull out like this one did. Here's your adjuster. Here's your bearing. Bearings look good and they feel good. Slide the axle out. And let's pull the other side out. Same with this one. We're going to clean this up with some solvent. And you put wheel bearing grease on that. All right, so let me get a rag here. All right, take these nuts here off. Crap on it. Let us grab grease and muck, dirt. You tell this rear end was a leaker. There's stuff all over it. Got too much stuff on it. Okay. I get that loose before you take it off there, because otherwise you never get that out of there. Okay. All right. There was one missing here already. And one more. All right, that's all the nuts off of there. Now we have to break this guy loose. I've never seen one fall right out, but you should be aware of it. And we got all the nuts off here. That stuff is nasty. Looks like it's got some water in it. It's got some metal in it, looks like. Yeah. This is definitely not the original rear end. It's I don't know what that is. The 741, which doesn't belong in 1970 anyway. I think they quit using that in 68. like I said, I've never seen one fall off. All right, and they're heavy. As you can tell, it's not a sure grip because you can see the spider gears in here. So I'll probably throw that under the bench. I don't think I'm ever going to do anything with it. Anywho, this is where your seals are. Clean that up a little bit. Get your seal right there. There's grease out of here. Use regular wheel bearing grease, the axles. I don't think this one was leaking, but we're going to replace it anyway. It's cheap enough and we're right here. Get this guy out of the way for now. Get down the tube. This one's pretty clean, looks like. Don't see anything obvious in there. And we'll need some sort of a puller in there. I'm going to spend probably 45 minutes, an hour cleaning this up. I'm going to run some solvent down through the tubes, make sure it's nice and clean. Get this crap off of here. I gotta clean up the axles too. We'll do that. Put that away. Definitely don't need that. If we found this informative, please subscribe.